Straight ahead on 12 News, a year of change for grocery shoppers, what it all means for budget-conscious consumers. Then later in the show, Santa arrives early in Brooklyn Park. See what's behind this classroom full of toys. But first, from vehicles to homes, vandals cause a string of disgust in one local suburb. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Brooklyn Center homeowners are calling for more police patrols in their neighborhood after several homes and cars were vandalized.
The crimes happened in the 6,700 blocks of Regent and Scott Avenues North. Reporter Sonia Goen spoke with concerned residents.
Squirrels aren't the only ones roaming the streets of this Brooklyn Center neighborhood.
My children came out Saturday morning.
So are criminals.
And my car had been spray painted from the front to the back.
The vandals didn't stop there. They also spray painted her house.
I was confused. I didn't really know what to think.
It's been a rough month for Naomi.
About 3 weeks ago, our car was also broken into. The second time that they tried to break into our car, about a week later, this was done. And so when I heard the neighbors had been affected as well, it made me feel unsafe. I didn't feel safe anymore.
Naomi wasn't the only one hit by vandals. Next door, someone broke into a van. They took about $1,500 worth of power tools. And then on the next street over, something even scarier happened.
So they cut all our screen on the lower half and tried to get in the window.
Kristen Schmidt, who has lived in this neighborhood for 10 years.
We rarely have had any incidents whatsoever.
But that changed 2 weeks ago when someone tried to pry open the window to her 10-year-old son's bedroom.
This was bent down and then they could not get in. The window was not opening at all.
She's glad the window was locked and her kids were not at home.
I'm glad he didn't come home to anyone being here or anyone trying to leave.
Kristen and her family are trying to make it harder for the vandals to commit their crimes.
We're taking those off and he's putting on motion lights on the garage. So we're gonna be lit up really bright.
Kristen and the other neighbors say they are worried because some of the crimes are happening in the day when they're not at home.
I would like more patrols even during the day, being most of us are gone at work.
I definitely want the police to do more than what they're doing.
But for residents like Naomi, the whole ordeal has damaged more than property. It's taken the peace and safety out of her home.
We're new to the neighborhood 3 months ago, and I've had thoughts of leaving.
In Brooklyn Center, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
So far, no arrests have been made. If you have any information, you're urged to call the Brooklyn Center Police.
Meanwhile, a New Hope man is charged with felony burglary in Golden Valley. Clarence Robinson is accused of entering a home while the owners were asleep. A criminal complaint says Robinson took a cell phone, keys, cash, and 2 computers. Police used fingerprint evidence to identify Robinson, who has a lengthy criminal history. He previously served 17 years in prison for burglary and criminal sexual conduct. In Maple Grove, the city has suspended the license of a massage parlor accused of prostitution. According to police, an employee at Thai Massage tried to engage in sexual activity for payment with an undercover officer. Thai Massage is also accused of operating outside of legal business hours and having an employee that was not licensed. 5 new police officers will be ridding the streets of crime in Brooklyn Park.
The officers were sworn in on Wednesday afternoon. They had to endure a lot of training. Some of their time was spent inside the classroom. The group also spent time outside learning to take down bad guys. One officer, Jenny Hofschulte, has served in the Navy, donated a kidney, and is in the Hockey Hall of Fame. And while those are all exciting things, she's looking forward to being a police officer.
Basically just getting to know people, talking to people, and just being in a position where I can really make a difference. I can help people, and that's really what I love.
Jenny was the goalie for the 1995 Apple Valley girls hockey team when they won the state championship.
Over the next 5 years, 1 in 5 city workers will retire in Brooklyn Park. It's why the city is among the first to offer a new benefit. Starting as soon as January, Brooklyn Park will offer employees 1 week paid parental leave to new moms and dads. It's a recruitment tool to attract good employees.
We're going to have to replace them with newer, younger workers, and we're going to want to make sure that we get the best of the best. And we know that the new generation cares a lot about work-life balance. They care a lot about being family-friendly.
Brooklyn Park estimates the benefit will cost about $13,000 a year. The city of St. Paul is currently considering offering a 4-week paid parental leave benefit.
More than 300 workers in Plymouth will soon be on the move to downtown Minneapolis. Loyalty marketing firm Aimia plans to relocate from the Plymouth Corporate Center. That was also the home of Carlson Marketing, which Aimia bought in 2009. The Plymouth Corporate Center won't be lacking for tenants, however. TCF Bank is moving there from downtown Minneapolis beginning in 2015 and taking 1,100 plus employees with it. Coming up, change in the local grocery store landscape.
We break down the comings and goings and look at what it means for savvy shoppers. And then later in sports, highlights from a big night of playoff soccer, including the Park Center boys.
But first, seasonably cool weather lingers in your forecast.
This has been a year of change for grocery stores.
As one chain, Hy-Vee, plans to move in, Rainbow Foods pulled out, and it has some shoppers rethinking where to go. In today's Money Savers, Shannon Slatton explains what shoppers should look for.
When Money Savers lost one of their go-to grocery stores this spring, other retailers were quick to try to grab new shoppers.
And I don't think it's coincidental that Cub has launched a new lower prices campaign that's timed perfectly well with Rainbow's closing.
Cub lowered prices on some products to be very competitive with low-cost grocer Aldi. But for coupon clippers, losing Rainbow Foods was still a big deal.
Rainbow Foods was the location that would double the face value of coupons, on certain days of the week and with certain requirements. And that's gone away.
Now you can also pick up more groceries at more places. You can now buy staples at drugstores like Walgreens or gas stations like Quick Trip. Even hardware stores like Menards are expanding their grocery aisles.
Let's go back to the fundamental basics here, and that's that you need to figure out who has the best price on the things that you're mainly buying.
So if you're left wondering which grocery store is the best for your family, here's a quick exercise you can do right from your own kitchen. Get out a pad of paper. Write down 15 or 20 items that your family buys each week. Things like milk, butter, eggs, bread, chicken breast, baby wipes, even toilet paper. Then use old receipts or visit the stores and compare prices. When you are done, you'll know who has the lowest price on the items you buy most often. Once you have your go-to grocery store, check out the store's coupon policies and then watch the sales flyer in order to save the most on your grocery bill.
If there are certain items you know that you'll use, then pick up enough when it's on sale to get you through to the next sale when it hits a price that's really noteworthy.
And it's also noteworthy that Cub Foods is the most generous store in the market for coupons. They accept coupons up to 30 days past the expiration date, have digital coupons that tie into the loyalty card, and make rain checks very easy. Mike and Alex?
All right, thanks a lot, Shannon. Coming up, Brooklyn Park preschoolers have a say in the next hottest selling toys.
But first, the Osseo boys soccer team lights up the scoreboard in a big playoff win. John Jacobson has your highlights next.
Up with it, and his shot is...
Soccer playoffs are underway, and John's got it covered. You got a little bit of soccer today, right?
More than a little, yeah, in a lot of sections. The Prairie Seeds Academy boys soccer team opted up to Class AA last season and won the Section 5 tournament. Osseo beat the Lycans 1-0 during the regular season this fall, and those teams matched up in the 5AA quarterfinals Tuesday at Osseo. A turnover cost Prairie Seeds. Emmanuel Kema pushes it ahead. The Kafa 2 tucks it inside the goalpost on the far side for a 1-0 Orioles lead. They strike again quickly off the long free kick. Kema finds Gabriel Galamu, chips it high off the goalpost and in for a 2-0 Osseo lead less than 4 minutes after the first goal. Still in the first half, Alvin Jarley goes high over the keeper on a free kick. Osseo breaks open a 0-0 game with 3 goals in 6.5 minutes to lead 3-0 at the half. Second half, and off the Jarley free kick, Bashiru Korma directs it in to make it 4-0. Osseo goes on to a 6-1 win over Prairie Seeds. They get Mounds View in the semifinals. The Park Center boys were also looking to advance in Section 5AA play. The 5th-seeded Pirates playing at Spring Lake Park. Malik Ibrahim with the free kick. Sam Ben there to head the ball in. Park Center ties it at 1 with plenty more scoring to come. Off a long throw-in by Andy Farrell. Brenton Brackey directs it in with his body. That counts. Park Center takes a 2-1 lead. Another throw-in by Farrell leads to a goal. It bounces around in front, and Ben with a quick shot finds the back of the net to make it 3-1 Pirates. But Spring Lake Park's pretty good too. Good passing from Chris Karchi to Danny Chelsbeck to Brandon Martinez for the goal. And the Panthers are within 3-2 at halftime. Second half, and Ibrahim with the corner kick that's bobbled by the keeper. And Ben puts it away for his third goal tonight. Park Center advances with a 5-3 win over Spring Lake Park. In Section 6A, Providence in white against Waconia. Anthony Aducci with a long crossing pass. Thomas Clark then setting up Daniel Fafinski for the header under the crossbar. And it's 1-0 in the second half. Fafinski aiming for another goal coming up here, but Jimmy Koner makes a nice save for the Wildcats to keep it 1-0. Sebastian Brown adds an insurance goal as Providence wins 2-1. The Lions play at second-seeded Chaska in the quarterfinals on Thursday. Maple Grove is ranked second in the state in Class AA boys soccer. The unbeaten Crimson is the top seed for the Section 5 AA tournament. Maple Grove at home against Irondale. Final seconds of the first half ticking away when Garrett Maupin's corner kick headed in by Carson Thomas for a 1-0 Crimson lead. Early second half, Maupin will serve it up again. Ben Zaver with the header goal for a 2-0 lead. And a beautiful touch pass by Ali Kosari headed in by Maupin. And Maple Grove advances to the semifinals with a 6-0 win. Maple Grove's girls are the number 2 seed in Section 5 AA. They also faced Irondale. Madison Carey works through the Knights D and sets up Kaylin Schreiner, who scores for a 1-0 Maple Grove lead. Brianna Johnson will speed by the defense and scores another. And the Crimson will have a 2-0 lead in the first half. And they'll get another. McKenna Poplinski with a crossing pass. Johnson will let it go through to Anna Byland, and she'll put the shot home. Maple Grove leads 3-0 at halftime. But Irondale doesn't quit. Rachel Norton will score on a penalty kick, and the Knights cut the deficit to 3-1. They really make things interesting. Norton will receive a pass and go in to score another goal. Irondale gets within one, but that's it for the scoring. Maple Grove holds on for a 3-2 win. Osseo and Champlain Park were both eliminated in their games. In volleyball, Osseo and Blaine came into Tuesday night, locked in a 4-way tie for first place in the Northwest Suburban Conference. The Orioles riding a 10-match winning streak coming into this one. Both teams in white. Blaine serving. Christina Bowe on the serve receive and gets the set from Lane Ruska, who delivers the kill. Bowe ties the score at 16. But Blaine finishes strong. Rebecca Hawkins setting it up to Sophie Stepanek for the big kill, and Blaine wins 25-22. And the Bengals were the better team this night. Match point, Hawkins, Delora Steiter for the kill, and that's it. Blaine sweeps Osseo in 3. Blaine, Totino Grace, and Champlain Park are all now tied for first in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Big win for the Bengals. That's it for sports.
Thanks, John. Now to Local Vote 2014 and races for Crystal City Council.
We start with 2 candidates in Section 2. Olga Parsons lists government transparency and eliminating red tape for businesses as 2 key issues. She is running against incumbent John Budashevsky, who is seeking a second term on the council.
Hi, I'm John Budashevsky, your Crystal City Council member. I'm a graduate of Humboldt High School and the University of Minnesota. I work for commercial banking and deliver newspapers for an independent news service. I have a true passion for people in our community. My past and present actions include street reconstruction resolutions, zero property tax initiatives, and traffic calming solutions. I promise to work on your behalf, to listen to your concerns, your ideas, and to continue to put your needs and the needs of your community first. It is my honor and a privilege to serve you as a council member. I will not raise your property taxes, and I support the expiration of the County Road 81 tax levy. I'm asking for your vote. Please vote for me, John Budashevsky, your DFL endorsed candidate on Tuesday, November 4th. Thank you, and thank you for your vote.
My name is Olga Parsons, and I'm running for Crystal City Council in Section 2. I am currently a stay-at-home mom to our 2 sons and have been an active participant in Crystal government and community for several years. I'm running for City Council because I care about the future of our city. My core issues are transparency in city government, respectful interaction with the residents, responsible financial management, and creating and maintaining a more business-friendly atmosphere in Crystal. When elected, I aim to be an accessible, honest, and fair representative of the residents in Section 2. I ask for your vote on November 4th. Thank you so much.
Still ahead, Christmas comes early for some Brooklyn Park preschoolers.
We'll take you to the classroom full of toys when we come back.
Finally, the next hot toy could be sitting in a classroom in Brooklyn Park.
That's right. As Delane Cleveland reports, one Brooklyn Park school is part of a national toy test.
We take toys almost as seriously as Santa.
The gifts that can make or break Christmas.
Season's hottest toys.
Have you ever wondered just how they determine the hottest toys of the season? Well, that's where the preschool kids at the Goddard School in Brooklyn Park come into play.
We had a hand in that. Let's see what she gets.
They're one of 50 Goddard franchise schools from around the nation chosen to participate in a toy test.
And it's all about picking the right toys and testing them for the upcoming gift-giving season.
All right, Nathan.
The testers are these lucky preschoolers who get to experiment with 25 toys given to the school by various companies.
This is a tunnel ball game.
You need green and blue.
Each toy is designed to help kids practice their language and cognitive skills.
This is the Smarty Blocks.
Take, for instance, the Smarty Blocks.
So you're building patterns. You get a pattern card, and then it's part of the trick is to build the exact pattern or to have to ask your friends.
To avoid chaos,
What is it now?
this class has the toys organized into different groups.
They're playing with a science experiment, so finding out what colors mixed together and what they will create.
It's the teacher's job to see if the kids need any guidance, and most importantly, whether they enjoy them.
The teachers ask very open-ended questions. What did you like about this toy? Which one would you want to keep in our room? Which one do you want to play with the most?
It's up to the kids to narrow it down to a top 10.
It makes blue.
So far, the science experiment gets high marks.
We really like it, so for our class, it gets the vote, I think.
The children have the whole week to make up their minds.
Blue.
What they decide will play a role in what other kids find under the Christmas tree.
I mean, the toy test is a really exciting thing because it's such a hands-on type experience. It's one of those best learning type opportunities that we get to do.
In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Once the children select the top 10, parents can vote for their favorites on Goddard's national Facebook page. Goddard will donate the winners to Toys for Tots. Pretty good couple days at school there for those kids, I think, right?
Not bad and smart by the companies. Let's go to the experts.
That's right, exactly. That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Stay with us. Community Corner is coming up next. We'll see you again tomorrow.